Nice.
Yeah, you know why my complexion is so dark? It's because I spent so much time hanging out with Henry G, and he was just deflecting sun at me.
Wow. Wow. He's not even here to defend himself. That is savage. So who is this fifth player? Ricardo Z1N. I'll have a look on HLTVs and see. It's what? Coach.
Wait. Oh, it's dead. Maybe not. Yeah,
Maybe
that
not.
is his
Okay.
first name.
Thanks, Dan. I've never played him. Never seen him play CS before. So I wonder if Phelps. Then does that mean does that mean Phelps is? Wow, Dead is literally playing for the team. Okay. So does that mean Phelps is back in Brazil? Does that make him regionally challenged as far as the internet goes? I don't know, but that makes things really weird for SK. I mean,
I want dead cam like the whole time.
he's got stickers on his gun, so he must play the game.
That's true. He's familiar. He understands how skins work at the very least.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with Dead's background, so this is curious. But he's going to open the frags for his side. Rush will answer back, and that's really interesting to me. Not just because he's playing, but just that Phelps is unavailable. Because as far as we know, Bolts is not signed to SK, although.
Yeah, I think he's definitely still on loan from Immortals.
But I mean, like if they had signed him, what reason is there not to announce it? I don't know. So I'm just going to assume that he isn't. Let's see if Stewie can stop this plant though from going down, and maybe the plant will be aborted for the time being because there is time to abort said plant. Despite the shadow being a disadvantage for Mr. Ricardo there, Dead will indeed get a kill, and that leaves Automatic alone. He's making some footsteps, trying to bait out some players, and you see the right clicks, click, 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 click from Taco, just like, I am baiting you, and you know I am, but there's not much you can do about it. Or is there? Looking for the 180, but not quite going to land it. So yeah, I'm just like, because surely Phelps is still under contract for them, right? He's contracted to work for SK. He's going to be playing at the major with you. And it makes me wonder if it's like, apparently Phelps asked to be released from the team. So, like if it's a personal thing, if people just don't like each other, right, then you're not going to want to stay in a house together. That's fair enough.
But it's a job.
Yeah, you need to. I mean, it's going to be expensive to like put him in a hotel or something in the meantime. But
I think, I don't know. You know, it's mostly conjecture talking about why Phelps exactly wanted to leave. But I think that they. A while ago, they talked about how it's kind of hard to get a read on Phelps. He had like what quote unquote hard personality to get along with or talk to, and
but the point is not so much for me like why he wanted to leave. The point is why he isn't playing in these matches.
Yeah.
Considering they still have to play them in a major as well.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like between now and the major, how many events are they actually going to play with Bolts anyway? So this is not obviously an ideal situation for SK. So I'm just trying to make sense of why they're playing with Dead instead of Phelps.
Maybe he just took a vacation, because I know that he wanted to go back to Brazil. I think the other thing was that I think of any Brazilian player I've ever talked to at the event, he knew the least or was least willing to speak any English whatsoever. So I could see maybe he had like a particularly unfun time living in America.
Yeah, but let him have a particularly unfun time for a few more weeks.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with you.
While he goes through his obligations to the team.
It's totally true.
So that's the one thing I just can't make any sense of in this situation. But it's looking this looks good for Dead in the early rounds. He hasn't been killed yet. Let's see how long that lasts.
Maybe he is the secret weapon.
Maybe what is dead cannot die,
Yeah.
right?
That's true. I mean, he at least knows. He's heard probably all their comms, knows their setups.
Maybe he is the drowned god.
The drowned god.
But he may know the setups, but they're playing 4 matches in a row. That's a lot of grenades to pick up. Although you can practice them for 2 minutes before every match. You know,
Yeah.
but that's not really. I'd be surprised if you remembered them by halfway through the match.
I think when you have one guy, you let him frag out. I think that will probably be dropping a lot of guns and doing what he can.
Yeah.
I think on CT side is where he might be a problem for the team if he can't hold his own.
Yeah, but he may be a target once they identify where he is playing. Unless they make him primary upper and he just, you know, he rotates his position. Who knows?
There you go.
Who knows? It will be a curious one. Cloud9 will be on the defensive side to kick things off, so we'll see. I don't know how many tournaments SK have coming up where they would use bolts. I mean, it looks like SHZ is joining Tempo Storm. I've seen some murmurings about that. Excuse me. Sorry, SHZ is joining Immortals.
Immortals, yeah.
So it seems that bolts is indeed on the way out, and maybe they sign SHZ and then the ink dries on the bolts to SK contract. It might be that order, right? Let's give ourselves a solution before we just give ourselves more problems. That's 2 plays lost for SK in the first buy round, and they don't have anything to make up for it. Not a point of damage on these Cloud9 players. Fulham's gone pretty deep in positioning, but what can they identify from this?
Fall now, hoping that somebody is close stable. We're ready to push to just give him the kill. But Cloud9 are relatively passive now. Peek is out. No enemies spotted. Good flash is going to stir some noise up. But they realize with 20 seconds left, they've got to make a move. It's a long trek across the A site. And
Cold Zero, I think, is looking to flank these players once the rotation comes in. So it's a 2 versus 3 on the A bomb site, and Automatic didn't commit to the first pick.
What?
Fallen is just going to wreck everyone. And now Cold Zero is in position, so he's containing these plays. He's waiting for them. But it's a nice peek from Stewie 2K. That is absolutely absurd. And Automatic has to, I mean, Automatic doesn't know if there's 1 or 2 people there, which may speak to his hesitation. How strong is this angle from Fur? He avoids the flashbang, and he's not going to be checked for. That's 1 player spotted. Down to Fallen to find the last kill here, but Tarek has a superior angle, but boy, was there damage done to Cloud9.
That was crazy from Fallen. Now, they all gave him a shoulder peek and peeked 1 at a time, so he was just knocking down targets. It was mostly impressive that he just stayed concentrated enough to make sure that he hit all those shots, but he was particularly vulnerable that entire time.
Yeah,
probably would. I was gonna say, probably would have been upsetting if you're on the other side of the map thinking 5v2, then see the kill feed. Fallen gets 3 kills with the op. Entries your whole damn site.
Yeah, no one was close enough to Long A for Cloud9 to hear him in that round. And they definitely paid for it. Automatic onto the MP9, UMP for Rush, so opportunity knocks for SK to break the buy of Cloud9, and you could argue that SK have a better buy in this situation, but it is Cloud9's first round. Does Skadoodle announce his position with some shots? It appears not. Minute 20 on the clock, and SK continue to force the CTs back and try to deny them information, but it seems Skadoodle may be hungry for a kill. He's the only player on A. And for those of you who were tuned into Europe, or for those of you who weren't rather, Oscar was often left alone towards Long A, and he caused G2 colossal problems for this, to benefit the side of Mouse Sports. Definitely worth watching those matches back.
Oh yeah.
Now, what is the read of Cloud9? If Stewie has an angle on the plateau, he will see that no one is there. Taco caught lurking. There's 44 seconds on the clock. And indeed, the rotation for Cloud9 starts to come in towards the A site. They realize the numbers game is there for SK. SK playing it slow, waiting for an overextension, waiting for the CTs to try and find out what's going on. But the CTs won't give up easily. Skadoodle will take it down on the high ground. Automatic will put a smoke down on the site, and he may drop a flashbang through it. 20-second mark. His teammate goes down. His teammates are falling around him. 2 versus 4. Can he delay the plant long enough? Fallen taken down towards the cannons, but the trades will come in fast. Now they know Stewie in the 1 versus 2 is the last man around the connector position. He'll drop a smoke out, give himself more areas to fight from. But there are 3 positions into A that he can come from in the next few seconds, and 2 players to cover them, although Fur can deal with two at the same time. Dead will be holding down the balcony position, but steps have been made. Stewie falling down now, having to get a 1 versus 1, trying to pre-fire the wood. But Dead will come out and take him down. He's got himself I always think that knife looks like a disease.
The knife looks like a disease?
Yeah,
that was a Bowie?
Hiko used to like that knife. No, he had the flip knife, but it's the marble fade.
Oh.
I think it's disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that one.
Each to their own. It is art after all, so it's... but it just looks gross, man.
What's your favorite pattern?
I don't know. The bayonet ruby is glorious.
Yeah, that's a king's knife.
But the bayonet animation is so nice when you're warping, and you press Q and it's just flying in the air, sailing in the air. It's beautiful. What about you?
I'm a Sapphire man, I think. I had a bayonet Sapphire. It was .009.
Look at you with the numbers.
Oh, you must know as well?
No, I don't care about that stuff.
Oh my gosh. The scratches are
It's about
jarring.
the look of it. It's not about the hex or whatever. I don't care about numbers.
Well, it's every part that isn't red. It's one tier.
Yeah, I have no idea what my knife is, but it's pretty nice. It's nice. I have a really nice Karambit Crimson Web as well.
A really nice one?
Really nice one.
Those are those get expensive.
I think I bought it for $700.
Okay.
But
yeah.
I rarely see one that's better than mine.
That's a solid one. It's
I'm
one of the classic patterns too.
I'm going to find it for you. I have a picture on my Steam profile. It's nice.
Kills me though. If you're OCD even just a little bit, just like the scratches. I had an M9 bayonet Crimson Web. The best part about it is that the handle is black.
Okay.
Yeah. I think with the Karambit as well.
The ultraviolets are nice.
And it's somehow a great start for SK. Somehow a fantastic start from SK.
Yeah, breaking an early buy of a CT side can go a long way, especially when you've won a pistol. Especially when you have won a pistol. But there's plenty of room for recovery for Cloud9, so there is no need to be afraid. Wow, they've put Dead in the tower. If he kills someone from the tower, that's going to be really annoying. So Cloud9. Stuff. Taco has been enabled. Taco has been disabled. Oh, what is that? Peeking through the flames. Rush, you hero. That was hilarious. And very brave, very brazen, very unexpected. You never see that. You never see that. And it's given them a man advantage. But with only 3 to the side of SK, Dead is still in the tower, by the way. He is still in the tower as if his keyboard has disconnected.
It's on tower duty. Someone's got to do it.
So 3 on 3, lots of footsteps being made. At least they know there's no flank. But Cloud9 are hungry for this info. And maybe coldzera has allowed his teammate to bait for him by running away, and oh, that's glorious. That's a nice reaction as well from SK in a very difficult spot. Doesn't matter really almost how many players your opponent has when you've got 3 players left so early. And it continues. Cthulhu with the CZ. The Molotov's not deep enough, but he will finally be eliminated. Tarek will flank with a Mach 10. Fallen's only got 32 HP, so Dead may have to clutch.
They don't actually know that Tarek was here in the B site, so they might be keen on checking the big flank. And he's got to make up some ground. And as spotted, the whole flank is shut down. Tries to come out through the smoke. Oh, will he escape? Butthole clenched, hits some nice B-hops and gets out of there. But that was a moment they could have won. Taco made a mistake, I think, jumping out plat. But I think he had the SMG, which is maybe the one exception where it'd be like okay to do that.
Where the mollies at? The mollies do telegraph your position a bit while you're. Well, they telegraph your intentions, but they do give the CTs a few seconds to reposition, depending on the map and the site, etc. But and those few seconds can be enough to have a more devastating setup. Now you have a bit more expectation. So
it is a game of moments.
Yeah, here's my this picture of my Crimson Web.
This is the esports equivalent of showing each other their dogs.
I suppose so.
Show your knife.
It's pretty, isn't it? It's pretty.
Yeah, it's actually quite nice.
It's nice.
It's got one big center web for those who can't see.
Well, it's a buy round again for both teams. Can Cloud9 change their fortunes? The grenades are limited for the CT side, but they're in position and they are patient. They will wait for SK to come to them for the most part. Skodongola's towards long.
Everything you say makes me laugh. Like, I don't know if it's the British or there's the quirkiness. I like the Olaf, the new and improved Olaf smoke, the Olaf 2.0, where it falls into Broken Wall and you can see over it. That's kind of cool. It's interesting to see that be innovated.
Hard to look away from that flashbang. Well, Dead has been taken out towards A, so the eye has been taken off the Beast.
Oh, it's an interesting bounce.
Yeah, two players in the red. One of them's dead. Tarek forced out of the site, but is it retake or is it abandoned ship? Smoke down in a choke point.
I was talking to Fallen at MLG Columbus. He was saying that it was just so hard to retake B that he was thinking about having a setup where they had retake smokes for A and just played 5B every round, kind of like you would do on Mirage with A. But I don't think it was quite as feasible, or didn't pan out. End of the round, time to practice the long B jump. Taco, will he land it? He actually, Fallen jumped up and got a kill, or yeah, got a kill. I can't remember who it was. Verse at Epicenter by doing that jump.
Riquet is awesome at that.
What's that?
Riquet is awesome at that.
Rickey's awesome at that jump.
Yeah.
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 Skadoodle is as well, actually. Can be super powerful, and also you don't have to b-hop it. A lot of people think that you have to b-hop it. It's actually more consistent. It's never consistent when you have to b-hop something, and you can actually just do it with one strafe.
I still can't bring myself to use mouse wheel to jump.
Oh no.
I'm spacebar, master the race.
Oh no. Don't dignify it with just like some kind of better name.
Well, there's spam from SK, and it seems that it's going to be a 5-man on road play. Taco has been activated once again, and now the madness will begin. But North Americans are no strangers to Bedlam play. So we'll see if Cloud9 can fight back on a difficult CT map. Rush in the smoke. And the T's not going to focus on the bomb plant just yet. The smokes have disappeared, and the counter flashes are coming in for the CT side. But Rush will be taken down by Dead, and only Taco will die. And he's the perfect man to die, because he's the first one in the site. He's in the site often on his own, so he's expected to die. 8-1, SK with a dominant scoreline.
There's maybe 100 HP between the 4 players left over. Well, Cloud9 not able to finish any of their kills. I think partially because it's either kind of low on utility, but it's so early in the round that they have a good chance to hold, and they all lose their fights individually. Stewie almost got into a super powerful position, but his head was spotted. Back to Ecos.
Where's Rush with his hot flash?
Is he gonna drop?
Yeah, so he can pop out of there if he's allowed to drop a flashbang if required, but these players will flirt with each other, and there is the first Molotov. Cold Zero to AWP. Oh man, that's glorious. That is glorious. Anti-eco AWP while Taco runs distraction. The flashbang, the one flash has been deployed by Rush. It buys a bit of time for the team, but SK haven't committed to anything just yet, and the eliminations continue. One kill for Rush. Skadoodle doing good damage from range, but not enough damage.
I mean, we haven't had Ricardo camp too much, but it seems like he's keeping up just fine.
Yeah, he has been the lurker towards A, but as you saw, there wasn't much shoulder peeking going on as opposed to just walking around, which got Skadoodle a free kill, but there's a lot of pressure coming the way of A from SK early on. And Skadoodle is up towards long A on his own. Automatic will be focusing on the lower area.
This is the dream, isn't it, though? to be a manager and then get to play for the best team in a match.
Bring me in, man. Tag me in.
All right.
Tag me in.
That was nice. Oh.
If SK need a player for ESL League, I'm there. I'm there. I'm
Same.
not far. I know where they live.
I'll 1v1 you for the spot.
I'll be down there.
I'm a free agent.
I'm good at 1v1.
No. We'll settle it. Op India.
That's racist. Why are you taking home advantage on this?
Classic map.
I know you got the secrets.
Camouflage.
43 seconds remaining for SK. They continue to harass with the AKs, but it seems it's time for them to cut the noise. Although there's a lot of movement from CTs in the drop, and ooh, there's a trade set up being. Look at that, Stewie popping out, Rush being the bait, and that has severely disabled SK. And now they feel compelled to press on. coldzera with the AWP at very close range. There are already 2 AWPs on the Cloud9 team. coldzera's still got full grenades. He can flash for his teammate. Dev's got to find the entries. coldzera trying to tease. No flashes used, and now it's down to Dev to clutch. 1 versus 3. Can he plant the bomb? Stewie with a lovely off angle. I'll make it easy for himself. Second round only for Cloud9.
That was a really cool round. That, like how Stewie was standing in the window, pre-aimed, but not actually just holding. If someone ran up beside him, they would have been able to shoot him, but he just figured they're going to try to clear out E-Box first, and as soon as they dropped, he was ready with his crosshair out to just wide peek that wall. That was cool. I think that whoever was top drop was supposed to cover, however, so that's maybe a bit of a mistake in the setup. But Cloud9 are going to need to put 2 in a row, or this half is kaput.
So we've got Dead on the AWP. So maybe he will be... I like that they're at least on the T side, they're kind of changing his positions. Because you saw on the anti-eco, Cold was here with AWP, but now it seems Cold has a larger role in this round, and Dead will be the one to hold an angle, which, if they just leave him as a lurker, keeps information for his team, although Taco is still harassing. That flash has gone the wrong way.
This is pretty cool. It's a man of many talents, apparently. They've given the responsibility of opping when there's players like coldzera and Taco in the server. Oh, oh. Whoa, whoa. It's not something you see every day.
So Taco's not been able to have much success elsewhere, and you see Dead. This is a bad situation for SK. 2 versus 5 with 2 AWPs. There is next to nothing they can do. And their money's starting to disappear, so I wonder at this point what Fallen's priorities are, because you can't expect to be winning the round. So how far exactly is acceptable to get in this situation? Because they could just go and save, but they're choosing not to do that. So is it about damage and bomb plant?
Yeah, that's a good point. I mean, I definitely want to look at the money to see how much they have to lose. Whoa, whoa, ooh, okay. Oh, can he plant? Wow. They actually, maybe they do want to just try to get up.
Oh, what yeah, commit to it. No scope there. Again, the damage is here, but he needs to die in the next second. He's not going to do it. Just after time.
He needed to stick that plant.
I think that's sure. Like non-pro hesitation. Because you're going to die anyway. I don't know. I think most people are holding the bomb down there, so we can't. He won't be sad. But I was ready. I was ready for the clutch. I was ready for Dead's 1v1s. I was ready for him to do some more damage, post plant, and strike fear into the hearts of Cloud9. But we didn't get there, unfortunately. Those are both AWPs taken away for SK, but they're on a T side, but not the absolute worst thing in the world. Before they're taking some damage through and delivering some back and getting some more.
Oh, that's battle. Going tit for tat here.
Wow, that SK sticker looks really nice on that gun.
They actually had to go 5 AKs after having 2 ops last round. What is this Molotov? Oh. That can be the worst sometimes, when you think you're safe, and then it spreads fully and you have to run through the entire thing to get it.
Both teams have lost a player. Taco continues to harass towards the B-bomb site, but it seems there's a full rotation. Dead, they spot the second player. That's a great headshot onto Tariq. Dead Doing a lot of damage for his side. Automatic stopping the split now. So there's one player per site, but the bomb has gone too far. There are still 5-0 minutes, seconds on the clock. Cold0, does he try to walk? Does he spot the rotation? He's heard the sound cues. They're both rotating. That is glorious for Cold. He's heard both of them. So what is he doing?
Did he hear 2 for sure? I mean,
Yeah.
it seems like he's not confident for some reason.
Yeah, maybe he's just not believing. He just doesn't understand what they're doing. So he's
This is so
he's an
absolutely
unbeliever,
crazy. I
but
can't believe it.
Yeah, he can plant for Taco now. 27 seconds and
Yeah, they're very confused. That is really funny.
yeah, I mean, he must be assuming that it was one player, even though they were very separate sound keys. But now the plant comes in. Can Taco get back into position? It seems he can. Going back into connector, and the CTs have split up. You hear he's just realized where Rush is.
A total Flintstones moment from Cloud9 as they run back to the site they left.
So it's grenades flying in. A jump from Rush, and he's going to get shot straight in the head. So Automatic has limited options, and now SK can go for the bait setup. They know where Automatic is. He only knows where one player is. The bomb is ticking, and he may make his escape.
This guy have 3 flashes. It's annoying when someone throws a flash over in the after plant like that, because you're like, okay, that means they're not going to peek. When you wanted to play passive and hope that they did, then you have to look for another kill. But they go back to save, and that was kind of the hero of that round, like straight up and down. Went out, got those 2 kills in connector, and when you open up the middle of the map like that, did you get to see that Snacks play? That Snacks play where he came out, he blinded someone and dropped, then jumped out the window and then killed the person in the door. I mean, we were casting while it was happening.
I saw it where he just like ran past somebody. Who
Ran
was in
past
connector.
somebody.
Yeah.
That was incredible. That was incredible.
Did you see Neo's pistol shot?
No, I don't think so.
He jumped into connector and just had the fastest flick you may have ever seen, and just one shot. He fired only once with the Glock. It was unreal on a pistol. It was pretty
Oh, was it jumping?
awesome. Kind of, yeah. Yeah, it's hard to tell if he was touching something when the shot came off, but it was great.
Well, it's Neo, so he's perpetually in the Matrix.
SK 10 rounds to the 3 of Cloud9. This is really important going into a CT half with a coach playing. Now we can have we can measure up Dead versus Zach. He's been a hero for Immortals. Rush trying to be a hero for Cloud9. See if anyone can capitalize on this damage. Automatic still has full armor and an AK, but surely he wants to save it at this point. We've got players moving in. Oh no, the bomb could get caught here. The bomb's going to start rotating. Definitely needs to get out there.
Oh, nothing connecting. And another situation where SK players are all low across the board, but nobody dies. Either way, pretty solid anti-eco,
Nice.
and close eco for Cloud9. Last round of the half, potential for a 12-3 finish with a manager.
So someone tweeted me and said that Bolts can't play because of his ping, but I would assume they mean Phelps can't play because of his ping, because Bolts can't play because he's on the Immortals roster as far as ECS is concerned. So well, hopefully Bolts can return for the remainder of the SK matches at the very least, but we will see. Damage done by Stewie, playing around the smokes to start things off, but there's only 2 players left here for SK. Fallen and Dead, although Dead will open up the B bomb sites, and the bomb may not have been spotted just yet. Pre-firing the usual angles. He knows his stuff, and Stewie has made a misplay.
Smoke had like a giant gap in it. Went unnoticed. And it seemed, I wonder if what Fallen was doing going back, if he was planning on leading towards A, or if Det called him back because he thought he had the chance to get a kill, but it looks like now Fallen's going to play the long con, try to separate into 2 1v1s. Now it's just about, like, I'd pay attention to what angles he clears here, because he's going to make a guess as to where the 1 CT that he thinks is still here is left. You go for all the free angles that you can, and then you just got to start picking spots. Automatic picks a better one.
Yeah, doesn't pick the right hole on that occasion. Reminds me of Flash Gordon. It's an old film. I don't know if have you seen Flash Gordon?
No, I know the film though.
So there's this like weird plant with giant holes and there's some weird monster inside. And it's basically playing Russian roulette, but they're sticking their arm in this hole to see if they get bitten, which is apparently fatal. It's pretty cool.
And they needed to what? Get something out of it?
No, they were just being macho men. Let's put our arms in these holes.
Oh.
Well then, Cloud9 take 4 rounds into the second half. Tarek will be the utility man. The 2 flashes, one of which is being deployed, but Cold Zero manages to avoid it. Very early peek from him, not yielding much. We'll see Dead in the drop zone, but only with a USP. So in the previous maps, we saw HEs there, we saw CZ, we even saw dual breathers, but just USP for SK. Maybe they will regret that. Maybe it's something to think about later. 2 players meeting in the smoke, but no sound cues being given away just yet. Stewie now running away from the B bomb sites. Bomb heading towards A, and first got himself a nice off angle. Taco taken down in the meantime. I think if there's only spotted 1 player on the site, he could still think that those 2 players are 1. But now it is ultimately irrelevant because he's dead. Everyone's dead.
Is the comeback on?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutement.
Again, this is where a lot of pressure is going to be put on Det, who actually is tied for first with kills with Cold.
See how long that lasts.
My gosh. Yeah, we'll see how long I mean, there's definitely room for anomalies, but still surprising. I mean, he's killed 15 Cloud9 players this game.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty good.
Will he go missing in a second half, however?
Find out next episode.
Some jump peeking there. I think they spotted the attempt from the CTs, but that may keep them entertained for a few seconds. No grenades on SK in this situation. Fallen lurks somewhere with a scout.
So as long as if Bolt's signed to SK officially, he'd be allowed in ECS League to switch to play with SK for the rest of the season?
I don't know. It's not my job to find that out. Okay. It is in the rules, obviously, but yeah, I have not checked them. But I would assume that if a player has played for 1 team in a season, he cannot play for another team in a season.
Okay.
Because
Makes
again,
sense.
Because again, yeah, it's a conflict of interest. I mean, sure, you can sign the player, but everything up to that signing, right? It's like there's actually a conflict of interest. There will be matches that need to be played, and you have to make sure that you know.
Oh my God, is he cannons? Oh no. Wait, where is he? Oh.
Face down on the floor, apparently.
Oh my gosh, I love if you look down at cannons, it's very hard to see you.
I have not done that yet. That's one
it.
place. I like Connector or Mirage behind the box. It's a good place to get.
Oh yes.
It's a good place to get knife kills from. I've taught Dazed the ways, but no. You know what's nice for those of you at home, right? If you're on a CT side and you're willing to select your teammates when you win the pistol round, what you should do is throw a smoke up on the drop zone, then stand underneath the drop zone with your back to the wall. So as players jump in trying to rush, you could just knife them as they come down. And because of the smoke, they can't check for you.
You do that under vents on cache. Sit under there with your knife out.
Yeah.
Stab someone in their spine.
That's very
graphic.
That's very graphic. That is very graphic.
I'm a morbid man. Hanging on to the scout. 2 MAC-10s from Cloud9. A couple of Gleals. They do love buying Gleals. In favor of nade sets, at the very least. Not so bad up close. They do have a lot of bullets too. That is the other thing. 5 extra in contrast to the AK. It's kind of good. What? What just happened?
I think his teammate tried to.
Oh, I thought he hit himself with a flash.
Tried to do God B smoke flashbang. But this is fun.
Honestly, just jump. and that's it. When you come out the back of drop window, you hold all the B rotates instantly. It's great.
This angle we don't see enough. We don't see enough of. Can't really hold it with a silencer M4 because your silencer would give your position away. But it's a fun angle, especially with pistols.
There we go. What do you use again? Silence M4?
Me? No, M4A4.
A4, yeah.
Yeah. As much as I love the hot rods, silenced M4, I am an M4A4 player. What about you?
A4 for sure.
I love me some
And
A4.
part of the 80% or whatever the stat is.
I was always M4A4. But I would switch to silence M4 on occasion. Like if I wanted to play CS but I was really tired and had slow reactions, I would use a silenced weapon just so I had like an extra half a second.
What do you think about loadouts though? Would you rather there not be loadouts?
I'm not terribly fussed. I don't really care, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
I don't have a strong opinion on it. I suppose it adds a point of interest. That doesn't mean it needs to be there, but I just honestly don't care.
I feel like the tactical advantages are so slight that there's actually no point in having it. It's just like a slight annoyance.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it would be fun. Like, there are situations where I would, for example, pick silence them for to play a certain style in a particular round. But beyond that, just whatever.
Yeah.
I think we're all used to it. So maybe if it was new, I would have a stronger opinion about it.
We've got Ricardo in Bolt's position outside the drop. Fur taking long. Can't hold it. And a wonky spray from Rush to close this round out, potentially. Taco's big flank is out, but this site is too massive to get all these kills. I mean, they would have to see 2 mistakes at once, potentially. Everything's covered though. Oh, they might be just looking for him, however.
Let's see what his plan is.
No kit.
He wants more than 1 kill. I knew he would do this. I knew it. I knew that Taco, he realized it's 1 versus 4. He needs to find 2 kills at once. It's not enough to just kill 1 person. So if he can get a jump on someone, then he will look for a 2nd kill, which is why he doesn't engage immediately in the first place. Sees him repositioning, so takes a 2nd aggression. Doesn't work out, gets 1 kill and bails. Awesome stuff. But that round lead is quickly disappearing for SK, and it is expected with the coach playing. Their next buy round will be after this, so
Yeah, they're
curious
getting
to see what they try and do.
they're getting exploited in all directions.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Yeah.
So I do wonder what they will be up to. I mean, yeah. They say that Bolts' play, I guess, isn't as aggressive as Phelps, so it allows Taco and Fur to be more aggressive and gives them more freedom.
Yeah, Fur said that he felt like well, Taco said this about Fur, that Fur felt that he couldn't take risks, otherwise he'd feel like he was throwing the round away, because he knew Phelps was going to be taking risks. And now he feels like he can be the one to do that, but he's more experienced, better player than Phelps, so that works out perfectly.
Yeah, but what their approach is or how it changes with Dead on the server, and I'm sure it will be match dependent as well. Some will be easier than others. And this is not looking easy for them at the moment, although they've collected some weapons. Trades continue. Taco will give some sound cues away, but Cloud9 are walking. They don't want to compound their problem. Stewie looking to be the money player, and he may think that A is clear, but he knows that long is unchecked. You can see him looking over there.
Well, and Fur is going to miss him, just barely. They're basically going to hold on for Stewie to find the CT and B, and then they'll go. And then Taco's not going to spend any time watching this.
And that's round. Well then, some damage done by SK. in this round, and maybe it pays off in the remainder of this match.
Not a big fan of smoking chicken coop just for that reason. But you can throw. It's hard to molly it from long B. From long B, the Molotov won't go that far. You can do it from the plat when you're out, but I'm not sure if you can do it from within long. Either way, it's gonna be 9 to 11. We look at the money.
Max loss bonus.
Yeah, they'll have a lot to work with.
Show me the money. Well, Cloud9 are swimming in cash. Absolutely swimming. And that does not bode well for their opponent. Again, you're in that situation where even if you win one round, you may just get annihilated immediately and then lose a number of rounds afterwards. So, a big buy from the CTs, and this has got to work for them. Dead will be taking care of the drop zone versus some very experienced Cloud9 players. So if they identify that, maybe they can exploit it. So they've had done a good job of exploiting everywhere, as Laund has alluded to.
Lower A getting taken at the same time that there's pressure being put at long, and Cloud9 seem to just want to hold these A rotates, but yeah, I mean it's gonna work. Oh, Tarek's in a tricky spot. There's no one here to defend against long B plat, but Fallen appears. Wow.
Stewie, what can he do to fight back here? Automatic in the drop. So what is the approach from SK? They have someone close on either side, but it seems they will just let him sit there, let him stew, no pun intended. Heading towards the 45-second marker, and there's a lot of activity from Cloud9 towards the A bomb site. But again, they've got one player stuck in the drop zone, and SK are flanking already. They've got somebody moving up. That's Taco. So they can send extra people towards B, but they still leave somebody in there. So it's going to be a 2 versus 4 now that Automatic has made his way out of connector.
Oh,
so despite the plays of the CT side, it's not going to work out for them.
Oh,
He's so lucky, and Dead delivers a kill from the site. There's a pop flash to try and buy time. He's going to peek before it as well. Smart stuff, showing his own experience. Another kill for Dead, and another one. Gets himself a 3K on the site, shutting down the round and allowing SK, very importantly, to survive with 4 players alive.
Automatic had him on his screen for the entire round, or for that entire fight. I don't know if he didn't notice or not, but oh my god! And then you don't kill him, and look what he does. A legitimate god.
Dead is the man.
Yeah.
What a beast.
He also saves them from potentially getting like hard reset as well.
Exactly, yeah. That's a huge 4K from him. Send him your support, fans. I know you're tuned into this. Double AWPs then for SK. This money, this round will be a drain on the money for Cloud9, but with Skadul at $12,000. If he doesn't buy an AWP, then, well, he does buy an AWP, so let's see what he's left with. 3 players of 4K, so maybe, I mean, if they get a plant, they can probably buy in the next round and have a good buy, but they may buy regardless if they lose this. We will see. Still opportunity to reset the economy of SK, or put it in a really nasty spot. But SK come into this round extremely equipped. Again, Dead doing his usual. There's a very early, almost a full rotation from SK towards the B bomb site. They seem to have a read as to what Cloud9 might be doing in this round, and they don't seem to be incorrect. Fast grenades from the T side. Lots of counter flashes to try and slow them down. And Taco's going to play through the smoke with coldzera. So many flashbangs. How does Cold peek in this situation? He will be rained on through the wall. Taco's gone down as well. They took gambles. They haven't paid off. SK facing a reset. What do they do in this situation? There goes Fur. Oh, this is a complete disaster.
Wow. That's a total turnaround. SK get wiped out on the B site. Look at all the nades are used from Cloud9, and they used them perfectly. Kept everyone flash, blind, mollied out, spammed everything. Cold didn't even get a chance to fight, which is exactly where you want him.
Yeah, SK had a decision to make. Fight in the site, fights through the smoke or retake post plant. They chose the former, and it did not work out whatsoever.
Uh-oh. No op save.
Right, that is a disaster for SK. As you can see from their money, it's all over the shop. They've got a 2-round buffer. They may opt to save problems around this. But I mean, they took heavy losses in that round.
Yeah, I think they should have spent a little bit more money than this. Ricardo has 4750. I think he could have at least got armor, maybe dropped a couple of pistols, deagle or something like that. If they're going to double save, if they're going to single save, I'd be surprised if they have enough money. Let's see what happens with this. It's a cool nade for E-Box. It's a deathmatch outbeat.
It's a nice headshot, but P250 wasn't what it used to be. No more one-shots from the P250. Good 90 damage done there, but it matters not now. Back on AWP, back on 2 AWPs are SK. That investment will leave them, excuse me, with limited grenades.
Oh yeah, they had way more money than I thought. Fought down to 0, but they are healthy. They are a salad with arugula.
What the hell is arugula? I would never, ever understand what arugula is. I know what spinach is.
It's close. It's like the afro of lettuce type vegetables.
What does that mean? Broccoli is technically an afro.
That's
Cold Zero through the smoke once again. Can he get 2 kills? No, just the 1. And Taco's going to force his way through anyway. High flashes from him. He's by the flames, but he's got to come back out again. They need to be careful of being shot through the smoke. These CTs in some common positions, but they haven't themselves a 4 versus 2 advantage now. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Stewie finding a player in an expected spot, catching, falling with his knife in his hand, or I don't know what, but it wasn't a gun. But now Rush's position is known. Grenades being deployed by both sides. The bomb hasn't been planted. It needs to be retrieved. Where is Fur headed? Maybe looking for a potential drop play. That gives Rush the opportunity for a 1 versus 1.
Yeah, it seems I found an off angle on the site. I don't know if he's actually spotting long from here, behind the statue. Oh. He's actually found his way to chicken coop. I don't think Rush plans to spam. Instead, he'll just wait this out. For some reason, Fur's moved all the way back. Though it seems like they should be able to see the bomb. But
No, it's behind the wall, isn't it?
oh, I guess
Yeah.
that wouldn't show up.
So they are being, in a way, subjected to the same thing they've done themselves.
Oh, that's it.
So, Dead. Oh, he's going to make hero play again, isn't he? Easy for Dead. There's an AK under your feet, sir. But there's an AWP as well.
Oh.
What a hero. A big round for them. But again, Cloud9 have just got so much money. They could reset SK again. They're going to have a better buy than SK. We're going to see UMPs for SK. Who takes the UMP? Does Dead take the UMP? It takes the Mag 7. What a beast. $1,800, just about money. I think with a bit more. The auto shotgun is never a bad choice. Cloud9 maybe looking for some early entries, but thinking better of it.
Dead is literally top fragging right now.
21 kills. Most MVPs as well.
I mean, I don't care who he was or who he used to be. So I don't know his history. Certainly he played, but he's not paid to play right now.
Yeah.
He's not on some strict practice regimen.
He's not paid to stay in shape. He's not paid to do anything more than the odd game of matchmaking.
Yeah, and yet he looks sharp.
Not sharp enough on this occasion though. The Mag 7 will not get any mileage in this round. Molotov will cause Taco problems. Surely there's a gap in the smoke if he tries to pass, but a second one from the T side makes it easier for him. There's a flash from his teammate and he escapes. Maybe an error from Cloud9 there. Taco will keep his position on the plateau as he waits to come in. Automatic taken down, a timely peek from Cold Zero. Some harassment with the UMP from Taco. The flashes will blind both sides, and Cold Zero in a very exposed position will stay alive for a second or two longer.
You can't boost from there.
Yeah, maybe realizing, hitting the ridge as well, and they will reposition, but there's no smoke down here, which may have helped the CT side So they're in a very awkward position, waiting for Fallen to begin his flank. If he picks off Skadoodle with the AWP, then that gives them movement around the tree, but the trades will rain in. Oh, has he spotted Skadoodle? He's heard him, and he's taken him out. He knows Tarek was by the quick position, doesn't see him reposition. Picks up an M4, spinning around. Oh, that is a glorious shot from Fallen. That is so crucial for them. That will allow them to get to 14-11, but again, only Fallen survives. A monstrous 3K, Crimson all over the wall, but there's cash all over CLOUD9.
That was so sick. Hedging his bets, taking those shots carefully. Was ready to set himself up to do something different. No. Jeez. Barely giving him anything.
Such patient bursting. That is so huge. So huge for SK.
Yeah, that'll be game if they win this round.
Yeah. Fallen, he's taking risks because he knows their situation is still on a knife's edge. They have no money, SK. If they win one round, if they lose one round, sorry, they are on the ropes immediately. 3 rounds lead is not so much in this situation. They would very likely be facing a 2 save rounds.
Good on Fallen holding his smoke for as long as possible. Oh. This may be a good bait for him to make presents for Fur. You potentially won't get cleared, but maybe he will.
CLOUD9 cut noise and rotates. 3 of the 5 players in B, but with coldzera holding an AWP on plateau, Taco has rotated all the way to A. That is a really bad spot. There's actually nobody in B to even flash for coldzera. He can't see the trajectory of that grenade, and now he's in trouble. How does he escape this position? The Molotovs are flying in as well, and he won't get anything from it. That's almost a free bomb site. The CT's getting annihilated, rotating. SK made the wrong play, and it's cost them the rounds. And it may cost them all their weapons. Does he spot the second play there for him? He doesn't. Almost a no-scope, but now Fur is left with a UMP, and the money's gone. It's gone.
Oh my god, what a game. That was insane. They set themselves up really well. Even if, like, CLOUD9 picking B to go to. Even if Cold had gotten a kill, that was it. He still would have got traded out instantly. They had good nades running out. They were super close to the site. SK were not prepared for that hit at all. But not only that, they keep the 4 up for saving a UMP. Doesn't even have an opportunity to find another gun.
See all the gambles SK feel like they have to take, but all their cash is gone.
Yeah, I mean they can save to 14. Oh my gosh! Whoa, why? They could save. I guess they would save one.
But their buy would be better, surely.
Surely.
How are you going to make this work, SK? How are you going to win with this buy? Definitely think the addition of a 5.7 or a CZ would have been prudent on their CT pistol in the drop. But that time is long gone now.
It was a long time ago.
They've got themselves into forward positions on Plateau B, but then how many kills is that good for? That's the question.
Do they plan to force again after this? They really don't want to play OT, I suppose. I mean, this is uncharacteristic for SK, I'd say. But definitely, I mean, their buy wouldn't have been great if they only saved 1 round, is the thing. They could have saved 2 rounds, though.
I know, and then the score is tied.
They don't have a coach to tell them differently. Coach is now playing.
He's in the server, and maybe he's lost his damn mind. The grenades come in towards the correct side. They've made the right play. First got a UMP and flashbang. He will not fire a single bullet, but there's been time for a rotation from these players. The Molotov on the site will not land. Dead. Oh, it's gonna get. Oh, so close! Never mind. The round is over. if he got that second kill, his teammate on the balcony stays alive, 2 players of Cloud9 are lost, and all kinds of madness can happen. Maybe the round is winnable, but it wasn't. With a clean 2,000, this situation...
Maybe they get enough to buy next round, actually. I mean, it won't be great
I
either.
don't buy, yeah, but it would have been better. There would have been more.
Yeah.
There would have been more.
And then even after that, we're going to have to do another one in a row. It seems unlikely. Good opportunity for Cloud9 to strike.
USPs remain.
They're playing it from rifle positions. They're not stacking, they're not pushing. They're waiting in all the usual spots.
I think they're just waiting for the next round. They have no plan. No plan in this round. No pushes anywhere. Fallen was surely just spotted. Nice headshot, but that's it. That is all. Right then, let's see what situation they have for the buy. They've got no AWPs in this round, and the grenades are limited. So I think some people would have wished they went for the double eco.
Yeah, they've got smokes at least. No head armor, no kits, and no op. And they are down to 0. So it all comes down to this. Cloud9 call a timeout. They've been playing the rounds out quite slowly. Can't imagine what they're talking about exactly. What they've been doing has been working, so I'm kind of curious about the pause. Maybe just do some quick maths.
I would have loved to have seen a stronger buy. But who am I to talk? It's the time for talking is gone as far as the players on the server are concerned. It's crunch time for SK. Almost root for them as an underdog to see if they can win this versus Cloud9 with dead top fragging. Seems Cloud9 maybe waiting for utility to be exhausted. Can they do anything to bait some more grenades out from this CT side? They're not making too much noise at the moment. Flashbang is there, and that will reveal the AWP.
Cloud9 just hoping that no one pushes. Automatic going to take drop control. They're going to execute long B. They're putting a lot of stock in this and hoping that no one pushes. This could be a risk. Wow, Automatic speeding it up. Getting into E-box.
The re-smoke is here, though.
Uh-oh. The longer they wait, the more nervous they're going to get.
Yeah,
that someone's pushed.
Look how many grenades Cloud9 have got, though. They've got so many flashbangs as well. And we saw them use those flashes to good effect, as they often do. So, here it comes. Here it begins. First has the smoke, but he is, who knows where he is. Dead, gets taken down, keeping an eye on the drop position. So less than ideal setup for SK on the B bomb site, and they get absolutely wrecked.
Completely annihilated. 0 for 5 trades. Everybody pitching in. Rush with the 2K. Good entries. They kept it simple. SK didn't go for any information, considering they were at like a slight deficit and stuff. I mean, they all had good guns, but... And then Det was in an interesting spot where he was relying on somebody to be holding long B so that he could play from there. Automatic had actually pushed into E-box, and he didn't try to fight him. He was kind of waiting for him to come out, but maybe didn't think they'd fly out as soon as they did. Either way, that gave Cloud9 a lot of information and the first kill.
Fallen basically walked to his doom at the end there. You know, he just kind of like, okay.
Yeah, that's true. They're playing one more round. He had the gun. They know they can't buy again. Would have liked to save that. That's true. We'll see if it matters at all, considering the discrepancy.
SK just waiting. Waiting and deploying the smoke. Smoke's so crucial in the late game in terms of rounds. In terms of a round, not rounds in general. Seen such good use of late smoke grenades in Europe. See from some American sides as well. Sides in North America, more appropriate to say. There's Canadians here too. Oh, Cogs are off to a good start. 1 for 1 though is not good enough. And SK is split between the sites. Look how desperate the situation is. Taco hiding around plant bots and gets 1 kill. May delay things a slight bit, but 2 versus 3. Fer can deploy a smoke, but he will use that one to move forward, and that may be something that Tarek regrets. Fallen picks up an AK in the meantime. Now Fer, he can flash behind the smoke if he wants to. Again, he can smoke the balcony or try to. He goes for a super high one, and Fallen peeks before it goes off and can't get anything done. Fer versus 2. He's got a smoke, but that's going to be that. 16 to 14, and